So here's part 2 of the interview with our friend Robert here. He's going to talk a little bit about police. First, I want to ask, how have the police treated you? Have you been ever threatened with a ticket as far as, for being out here homeless?
Yeah, I've had them come up and tell me there is no overnight camping. Well, this is not camping at the best. In layman's terms, you could call it sidewalk surfing. Because you're told to get on down the road to another section of the sidewalk where it's okay to stay. Well, it's basically little things get passed because corporations and businesses don't want people there, so they push the envelope onto other people, such as the police, to keep their sidewalks clear. Well, it's a public sidewalk. If I want to sit down at some point, I can. That is my right as somebody out here in the city of Anaheim. And to say it's overnight camping, I don't see a fire pit, I don't see a tent. It's been stated that the homeless is a big problem. Well, a lot of homeless people have sleeping bags and they have tents, but you're not allowed to pitch them up anywhere. A lot of this being visual for people who come on vacation and stuff, and that they've got really such a problem with, they're all about the image. It's all about the image. What it looks like. Well, what it looks like and what it is two different things. It's unruly. We've all seen the commercials on children in Africa and stuff like that don't get enough food. It's disturbing to see. Well, it's disturbing to see people on the sidewalks here in California. And the fact of the matter is they want to make their dollar and not give a damn about the human being. But the human being's the one spending the dollar to go to their establishment. How do you justify that? I mean, they make enough money here at Disneyland that could really help. But are they going to contribute? No, they're going to pass their little, what they call rules off and have the police enforce them. Now, I've been told I get a citation, that they'll throw my stuff away, that they'll put me in jail. They can't do that. I'm a human being. And by all rights, if you want to eliminate it that way, why don't you just put a gun to the back of my head, blow my brains out, and then I'm eliminated. But it still won't change it. It still won't change the fact that I am a human being and that there are millions of human beings that are going through this. You cannot sit and dictate that because I've got this business, I don't want you here.
In a public space.
Right, in a public sidewalk, public space. It's just, it's sad that multi-millions can get our police to do what they want when all we're doing is trying to survive and exist and try to see another day where maybe something will get a little better for us.
That's right.
And we can move on to a better way of life. Most of these people are highly intelligent out here. They're not all drug addicts, alcoholics. The fact of the matter that we don't all get to shower every day, maybe we stink a little bit, but most of us know how to keep ourselves and our hygiene up. As you can see, I got a white t-shirt on, decent jeans without dirt and stuff all over them. I have long hair. My hair always looks like that. Didn't matter if I lived in a home or not. My hair looks like this. So, but that doesn't make the person. The person is still a person, still has feelings, still has emotion, has the mind to be able to make things better. It's a matter of the perception that the businesses are putting out there.
And again, you have, what's your disease that you have right now?
I have deteriorating bone disease.
And probably makes it hard to work, I guess, right?
It makes it hard. I mean...
Have you got disability at all? Or?
I've gone and I have income through our social services department. And doing that, it does help, but it's not enough to really get me out of here. I've tried Social Security. I just don't qualify yet under their criteria.
Yeah.
It's sad. Not all of it's geared to work hand in hand.
Sure. Yeah.
There's opportunity, but not all the opportunities work together.
Yeah. And like you said previously, the shelters can kind of sometimes be a problem because of the people that are there that might steal from you and things like that.
Correct. Correct. But they're there to help the people who need help, and the people that go there are supposed to be wanting help.
Yeah.
Not just taking advantage of the free food and the free bed, so I can go run amok.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be free food, free bed to be able to help you move ahead.
Exactly.
Use your mind.
Yeah.
Take opportunity to enlighten yourself to be able to move ahead.
And you would agree that some of those people in the shelter aren't about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get down to brass tacks. You can find more dope in a shelter than you can on the streets.
Wow.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
I've heard similar reports, unfortunately.
And but it doesn't mean everybody there is like that either.
Yeah.
It's just that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, there's a drugstore every 10 feet.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places to buy alcohol.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's just how we handle it, how people deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad person. I don't steal from people. I don't beat people up for what's in their wallet. And I think it's wrong that people go about it that way.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong that our news and our police are being so closed-minded and centered on the wrong part of it, that they're not looking at the guy who's got a brain, who's trying to find a job, who's trying to do the right thing for himself or for his family.
Yeah.
I think it's more advantageous to maybe listen and not be so shut off.
Yeah.
It bothers me that parents with their children will walk off the street sidewalk into the street to walk around.
Around the homeless you're talking about.
Around the homeless people. You know, they're still people. They still have feelings and emotions, and it's when you have that happen to you time and time again, I'm sure somewhere in the back of their minds they're thinking, maybe I am that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I am a problem. When they're really not. It's just that's how it's promoted.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
Yeah.
The whole scenario is out of control, I think.
Yeah.
From the money allocated to whoever's getting it to help, to the people not really getting enough information about what the program's really all about. If it was spelled out to people the proper way, they would know, okay, I've got X amount of time to get my shit together to get ahead. And the door's there, walk through it to take that opportunity. But people aren't aware that there's actually these things in line. And then with them being in line, that they're actually being done the proper way, given to us. I think there's factors all along it.
Yeah.
People are lining their pockets with money. People aren't being informed. And then the people that are going through it need to keep in mind that it's not so much like the citizens out there that are looking at us bad. It's our government and our news that are being the ones that aren't helping the matter. They're making it look like these are bad people. They're not. They're people that need help. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. And sometimes I know that the service providers, sometimes they are exiting people out of the shelters when maybe they shouldn't be exited, and things like that happen too.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't jump through my hoop, there's not going to be a hoop for you to jump through. Well, instead of telling us we got to do this all of a sudden out of the blue, why don't you let us know about it in the beginning? That you've got to do this, this, and this to help yourself. And with you doing this, and this, we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know? It's all communication. It's perception is A lot of it's disturbing.
I think getting the right management would help sometimes. I think
Yeah,
that's
you know,
that.
if they would take, instead of, okay, we allocated this money, let's get this program together. Okay, let's bring in these people. Who says those are the right people to do this?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
think when you go for a job and they're interviewing 100 people and one's going to get it,
Yeah.
well, at least they've interviewed 100 people.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you just throw a job at somebody and expect them, okay, this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
And now you're going, okay, I got to do this.
Kind of making it up as they go.
They're making it up as they go.
Yeah.
Very much. And that's what leads to, I think, things not being done efficiently, or the effort's just not quite there.
Yeah.
You know, I think if people took more time to understand the whole picture and the whole spectrum of what this is all about, they'd see that, you know, there are different ways we could approach it, maybe handle it.
Yeah.
You know, and when the door of opportunity knocks, for those of you that are out there watching this video, when the door of opportunity knocks, don't be afraid to answer the door, because it's not always going to be bad news. The only reason it stays bad news is because we don't open the door and take that chance.
That's right.
You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Robert.
All right.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So there you have it, folks. Please share the video. Do join Homeless Advocates for Christ on Facebook. I'm here in front of Disneyland, doing a little street preaching out here. You can see there's a lot of traffic and tourists out here, but I think there's also a lot of wealth that could be used to help people. And that's what we're hoping for, is that more of it gets to these people on the streets, that there'll be more permanent supportive housing. I think that's what's, of course, the big solution is permanent supportive housing, not just putting people in a warehouse and expecting them all to work well together. I mean, like we know there's some that are in there that might steal from people and things like that. So that's why a lot of times people don't want to go into the shelters, because of the dangerous situation in there. So I don't think at this point anyone should be forced into those shelters in those situations. So please pray for more safe places for the homeless. Again, do join Homeless Advocates for Christ on Facebook, share the video, and pray for our friend here and others on the streets that need help. And may God bless you. You seek first His kingdom always. Bye-bye.